I got to say this too. I was going to mention it to you beforehand, but I feel like this interview is kind of going to be like some history in a way. Like that last interview we did, that one got like
right?
1,000 views, and that was before I had like that much. I've like doubled up in like my following since then. So I think this
Oh, you
one's going
got
to
some
be a lot
clout
bigger.
now?
A little bit. I'm
Uh,
not. I was about to say it, but I'm like, nah. I don't think I got some clout, like Ariel Hawani or some shit. But I'm working.
all
So
right.
with the last one, that was like a year ago. I've been working since that, and I think this one should do some decent numbers. So I was watching like a lot of your old interviews and stuff, and like talking about recreating some of those good times that you had back in the day.
Right.
After you won that U.S. Open, right, the senior level one, with afterwards you did an interview and you were saying two things. Like one, you had a girlfriend at the time. I don't think it's the same one you have now, but the other thing that you had was the NJRTC, and you said those two things really kind of like locked you in. So
Yep.
with that being said, like now you have a girl, so I feel
Yep.
like that kind of gives you some stability being maybe the type of guy you are.
Oh, 100%. And it's not just having a girl, it's which one you have. You know what I mean? Because that last one, we were very tumultuous, very tumultuous. When it was good, it was good. But then when I accomplished everything that I set out to, she couldn't handle that. What happens when you make a world team? You got to go to 2 week acclimation camp in Colorado Springs. Then you got to go to training camp. Then you got to go to acclimate. You don't just go to Kazakhstan and compete in the world championships. You have 3, 4 prereq tournaments. You got Cuba, Pan Am Games. You got Italy. You're on the senior circuit. You're in Istanbul. You're at the Yazar Dogu. You're in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. You know what I mean? You're competing in the Mateo Pelican. You're competing in the Yarygin. So with all those competitions come training camps and acclimation camps. So that means I'm not in Baltimore. I'm in Colorado. I'm in here. I'm not in Jersey. I'm Baltimore where we can see each other at the turnpike. So having a supportive woman that also has her own career that isn't focused on you. They have to have their career because if it's all about you and you're going to do what makes you money and what makes your dreams come true, they're going to be a little bitter that they're left on the back burner. And I told my girl straight up back in the day, don't ever make me choose between two things, you and my family, and you and my career, my wrestling, because those are the first two things I've ever fallen in love with. You know what I mean? My mother, my father, my sisters, and my wrestling. That's all I fucking know. Don't make me choose. Don't give me ultimatum. Please don't do that. Because you won't like my choice. You know what I
Ultimatums
mean?
ain't good, man. Those aren't good. I had
No,
a girl give me an ultimatum back in the day too.
no.
Nah,
And
fuck that.
so and then that became tumultuous and that kind of, the cancel culture came after they canceled the Olympics. They everything. So my stability, that was what in hindsight, I lost my stability, right? My two things, I had my RTC and my girl, and that's what you know, kind of the decline, if you will, happened. Some of the losses and that really sucked. But that's life, right? It can't all be roses. And now I'm back with would you say recreating it? I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
was gonna
say I
say
would.
that kind
Yeah.
of well, I think I know the answer, but I don't how do I put it? I know why you like left the RTC in what is that, New
Keeps
Jersey?
glitching. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is my audio coming through okay for you?
Yeah. I'm getting freaking blown up though. I'm trying to pause my phone. It keeps like notifications keep coming into this
And that's why it's like
interview.
freezing you up or something.
Yeah, it's freezing. Sorry. I'm trying to stop this and put my settings on so I can't get notified.
No worries. Go ahead and do that. But I was kind of gonna say what I almost forgot for a second. I was gonna say that oh yeah, so you obviously left the RTC because um I listened to that interview you did with that one guy. It was a really good one. The one you did before the trials this year, like 3 months ago, with that guy and
With
the young kid.
sorry, it's glitching. Yeah, Pauls
Yeah, that was a good
or
interview.
with Christian or Flow guy?
No, no. The one I think it was around Thanksgiving time when you were still kind of like hefty
Yeah, I was up to 230, dude.
with that one 18-year-old kid. You know that guy and
Yeah.
the 18-year-old kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a good interview.
With
So I was just
Akil.
right.
Akil Patterson.
Yeah, that was a good one. Shout out to him.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's my guy from Baltimore area, Keel. We go way back. Yeah, I'm familiar with that interview. What were you about to say?
So I kind of have a follow up about that, which is like you kind of explained, right? So you don't have to do it again. After you won the U.S. Open, you went and you took some opportunities to make some money. You wrestled Gordon Ryan, right? And then you grappled him, and then also Nikki Rod. And then after that, you got injured, and this was like before the trials, and then like COVID hit and all that stuff. But you were injured. You were kind of happy that COVID hit, so you didn't have to go wrestle like you were stressing. And so all this was playing out at the NJRTC, and I guess they weren't too happy about all that. So once COVID hit and all that, they used that as an excuse to like release you. On top of that little tweet about women wrestling and stuff and not being entertaining.
Yeah,
But
like I just think,
why didn't you go back for this one? Like, are they not down to kind of let you back there anymore or something like that? That's what my follow up was going to be.
yeah, I tried to, and Reese, well, Dubuque's the head coach. I reached out to him personally, and he said, that they can't be associated with some of the stuff that I say. They don't have the same views as me. Like some of the stuff I tweet and say on Instagram and stuff, them being, Ivy League school, they can't be associated because I tried being able to rejoin. But then they were saying that, I'd be able to come up and train still, which I was like, fuck yeah, I'll have training partners. That's all I care about. I'll commute there. I'll get some work in. You know what I mean? I'll stick around. I got a bunch of connects in Jersey. I'll get a hotel. I was like, that's all I want. I don't need to get paid or be an official RTC member. Like, I just need to wrestle you guys. Like, let me wrestle your bodies. Brucky, Marsteller's there. Nate, one of my best training partners, Nate and I had so much success together. So yeah, it was Marsteller who had a gripe with it. Because we're the same weight, and I don't know, I guess he felt some type of way about me being in the room. I guess he felt it could only benefit me. All in fair is love and war. We have a connection with Reese and stuff. We go back. Me and Reese are undefeated in America together. We're still homies. So, I mean, it's probably just, I get it. It's a competitor thing. Me, I like wrestling with everybody. Some people, like, David Taylor will always come to national team camp, never wrestled me or many other people outside of his Nittany Lion clique. Me, I'm the opposite. We have 3, 4 matches scheduled. I'm probably wrestling 7 or 8, 9, 10 matches because I think I like wrestling everyone. You know what I mean? So just totally different antithesis and viewpoints and beliefs there, like totally opposing views. But that's what I was told from the guys, and it's all good. But yeah,
And
that
that's
that
basically
definitely
the Trump cosign and shit like that. Is that what the viewpoints are?
yeah, I mean that's their guy, right? The NJRTC's got a guy who doesn't feel comfortable. He's qualified in my weight, in our weight. We're in the same weight together. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna not going to make their own athlete feel uncomfortable with my presence.
I see.
I, I respect it. I mean, they pay him. He trains there full time, and he's their 86-kilo rep. Got to do what you got to do. If he wasn't cool with it, he ain't cool with it. I mean,
Right.
maybe it's a different reason. That's what I was told, though. Maybe
Okay.
it's the political correct. Maybe they don't like me. I don't know. That's just what I was told.
Got you. And then originally though, they're saying like because Ivy League isn't aligned with Trump. Is that what it is? That's crazy.
No, 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 nothing to do with Trump.
Oh, because you had tweeted something like, or in that interview, you mentioned how like that guy mentioned how you support Trump, and then all of a sudden you're out of the RTC, and then you just said you weren't aligned with them politically. So I thought I
Nah,
was just
I
piecing it
think
together.
you're misunder. I think that might be miscommunication or taken out of context. He was saying how I'm a character in the sense that I support Trump, but I'll also say Black Lives Matter, and then I'll say, you know, then I'll go and say like no lives matter, and then I'll say, all lives matter. Like it's just like I'm not able to be put in these political boxes, you know, because I'm not no hardcore conservative, but I definitely ain't no nowadays what you would call a liberal either. I'm furthest thing from them. So I just think the RTC's explanation, Dubuque's explanation, being that they are an Ivy League, they can't be associated with somebody who has views and puts them out there like I do.